We have begun. So, Dungeon Master Seph, care to give us a recap?
Last week, our party made their way to the Isle of Centril, where they met Admiral Hargraves, fresh from his court-martialing of former Commodore Makepeace, and found out that Elizabeth Lanchester, the daughter of the governor of the Maelstorm Islands, had gone missing with her fiancé, Victor Crowley. After briefly meeting a rather pleasant vampire, they found themselves in a small coaching inn, heading towards a Crowley estate, where they bumped into none other than Mr. Sam Oseidu. After a brief argument between Holly and Jeremiah, we find our party waking up. And I just put us back onto the inn.
Also, Holly had a heart-to-heart with the
Yes.
Raven Queen.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, you wake up the next morning feeling fairly refreshed.
Well, I better avoid Holly. She's probably still pissed off.
That might be an idea.
Wait, why are you here?
I was gonna say, at this point you realise that Ardeth is kind of stood outside the doorway.
I was saying because Samael was in the room. Yeah, I mean, making deals with unscrupulous individuals might not be the best idea. Anyway.
Hang on, what's going on? Yeah, we lost date.
Yep.
Get back.
Ardeth just kind of tilts her head a little bit, as if examining the pair of you.
What?
You're sure you did the right thing destroying that envelope?
Well, it's not like he's not around. If we want another shot at this.
That's true.
Though I suspect the deal might be different.
Yes, I agree. I don't like the idea of what the new deal could be.
Then again, I've heard the story of a devil playing a card game and losing because he didn't specify the rules.
That is very true.
And I was thinking I could be very, very clever. But as you all as the majority decided not to pursue the idea. So, well, I went, of course, with the decision of the group.
Still, whatever information that envelope contained could have been very useful.
Or it could have been something that is fairly obvious.
Yes, I suppose that also is a possibility.
I mean, it could have said there, I don't know, in the mountains. A whole island is a mountain.
Yes. Still, as you say, he's still here, so needs be, we can always go and talk to him directly.
Yeah, though I suspect Holly would still disagree, at least.
Yes, that would be one problem I wouldn't wish to have to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, I've already fallen from her graces, so if we decide we need someone to talk to him, well...
Well, luckily for you, I'm not exactly in anyone's good graces, so...
Well, we should probably get going.
Agreed, it would be for the best. Samael, are you waking up?
Yeah. Oh wait.
Good, I'll go and get Holly and Anarchy.
And Squish, probably.
Oh, Squish is already up.
Oh,
Hey, I'm right here.
oh, hi, Squish. I'm in night.
I've been here like 5 minutes. I waved to you.
I'm sorry.
Now, how do you want me to handle, since Holly would not come out without making sure that Anarchy was okay and alongside her, because she's protecting Anarchy right now because Satan is in the house? But how do you want to handle that since we don't have Anarchy?
I'd say Anarchy's still half asleep. You're kind of just guiding her out of the room.
Healthy start to the day.
Hmm.
And she's probably going, duck, fish,
Yeah,
but it's not
fish.
lunchtime yet.
Fish. Duck is just a fish with feathers. Hey, according to Daffy Duck, we're a vegetable, so
No comment.
that's a very old Looney Tunes joke. Ardeth kind of look.
Go on.
Sorry.
Okay, Ardeth kind of looks across the corridor to where she can see Holly's door just opening slowly.
Great. And Jeremiah steels himself for the barrage of anger that he expects.
And when Holly emerges, she's looking very calm, actually, and approaches and sits down at the table and looks everyone over, including Jeremiah, and says, "Thank you all for being here today." And she sits down, and after making sure Anarchy has a place.
Anarchy, as I said, she's still kind of half asleep. She's kind of slumped
Yeah.
into a chair and yawning loudly.
Confused, she asks for duckfish.
I want a duckfish.
Well,
Now hear me out. What if you got a roast duck, but inside was a fish?
at lunchtime.
She kind of just slumps face first onto the table.
Oh god, she's dead.
No, based on her snoring, I think she's still a little exhausted.
Good morning. You hear the tiefling landlord suddenly interrupt. I suppose we wanted some breakfast.
hello.
Hello there. Yes. What would you like for breakfast?
Holly looks down the menu and then looks back up and says, "Whatever you recommend is fine." She looks distracted.
We've got some porridge on the go if you like some of that.
That sounds wonderful.
Anarchy
Excellent.
pops up and says, "I want waffles." That's a fairly kid typical.
We don't have waffles. I'll tell you. I'll get you some porridge, okay? He kind of looks a little perturbed, but he goes to sort out the breakfast for you.
Excellent.
So,
So, now what?
Yeah, despite what the Admiral says, that guy with the bloodshot eyes really wasn't much help.
well, you all decided that that idea was not worth
Hello?
pursuing. Hello.
Alrighty.
No.
So, yeah.
Well, it sounds like to me like we need to find this weirdo.
Well, from
Stop looking at me.
You're not weird, Squish. You're delightful.
From what the Baron said, it seems as though this toy maker would be at the Crowley estate.
Well,
So we look for him then.
Well, we are already headed to the Crowley estate, so probably investigate the place when we get there.
yeah. Still wish we had more information on it. We still have a Pokemon.
The landlord brings over the food and places down the little pot of honey as well.
Ugh. Does anybody want some of this before midnight gets it?
I'm not especially hungry, I'm afraid.
You
I'll have some.
okay, Holly?
I'm fine, Jeremiah. And I'm glad you're here, like I said.
Sorry about that. Headset went a bit weird again.
That's alright.
Ardeth is kind of just looking around the group.
We don't...
Yes, Holly? Hello? Everyone still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Was just going to check because it was awfully quiet for a second.
We should eat well. And then get on our way. Holly looks disturbed. But she also looks calm about it. Like in her eyes it's disturbed, but her body and her movements are very, very, very calm.
Ardeth again is just kind of. You can tell she's just looking over the entire group, analysing everything at this point.
Okay, Holly, what's bothering you?
I feel like someone's in trouble.
No one's in trouble except maybe us in this place. I'm thinking about finding the Raven Queen's grace. But I'm also worried because we don't know when the gentleman from last night might return.
Yeah, you didn't like me talking to you, no. Look, I was trying to do the best I could.
I understand, Jeremiah.
Well, once we're done, we should probably check with the coachman to continue our travels.
As you say that, you notice the coachman walking through the front door, still half asleep.
Speaking of, hello, Holly waves.
Good morning. I trust you lot are ready to continue.
Absolutely. Does anyone have anything they need to do before we go? I just picture Anarchy saying, "Rebellion!"
Chaos and craziness wherever we go.
Squish runs to use the little goblin's room.
I just thought of that in like the world of D&D. There's probably got to be different facilities for different creatures.
No, it's just all one outhouse. Just the little folk have to hold on very carefully.
Oh no!
It's one hole fits all.
Yep.
They use Japanese style toilets. They just had to squat.
No, I thought that was more French.
No, the Japanese use squatting toilets as well.
Yeah.
The traditional ones, at least. They also usually have the Western style.
More modern cities tend to lean more towards the Western style, but in a lot of the more rural and traditional areas, you'll find squat toilets. Squat toilets are still very, very much mainstream in Korea, though.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but it's just it's probably just a hole in the.
I love how we got into this topic about how toilets work in D&D.
No splash shields, no nothing.
Meanwhile, when Midnight's pulling a full-on Winnie the Pooh, just going to town on the honey.
I just picture like the importance of the spell Pass Without Trace on every bathroom in modern society in D&D.
Right, well, as soon as you're lot ready, Couchy's waiting outside. Some bloke asked me to pass you this. He kind of holds out another envelope.
Oh, what's this?
Oh no, just some bloke gave it to me, leaving this morning.
Holly takes it and says, "Can you describe the person who gave it to you?"
Sure. Tall bloke, fairly good looking, had a beard.
That bad man.
Holly sighs, and then I assume that there are still candles on the table.
Yes, there is.
She just sets fire to the edge before anyone can say anything, and then looks at the coachman while she's doing it and goes, "Thank you. It's most gracious of you to deliver this."
Okay, not going to question it. Like I
And
said,
she sets it down on the plate or the bowl when it's not able to be held by her anymore.
before you do that, a small key drops out.
Oh. Holly looks dejected at the fact that there's a key in it. She's like, "Well, I'm going to ask this once and honestly. Did anyone make any agreements with our friend? With our associate?"
I said I'm not making any agreements with him.
What about you, Mitty? That wasn't us.
I think this might be a freebie.
More than likely, he's trying to entice us.
Well, there's two ways to look at this. She says, on the one hand, we don't accept gifts from him, but on the other hand, I can't really safely leave this anywhere because it could lead to something bad. So, in a way, we have no choice but to take it.
You notice on a small keyring attached to the key some writing in Infernal.
Oh, well, one moment. I need to get something up here on my screen. Just give me a second. Holly. Okay. Well, that's a language Holly speaks.
Okay. Holly, do you want to examine this key? See what it says?
Yes, I'm going to... And just in case...
With that perception, you can make out on one side quite large writing that says the word Crowley. But when you flip it over, you notice in slightly smaller font, this will come in handy when you're in the house. Your friend, Asmodeus.
Holly just like exhales and says, Jeremiah,
Yes.
will you hold this key for now?
What? So that you can bash me later?
Not at all. Because I know you won't lose it. I have a tendency to lose things, and all of us here have a tendency to lose things. I think it's safest with you.
That's going to cause an insight check.
She's absolutely telling the truth, but she has an ulterior motive, but she's not lying. Jurnis, you sound like you know what's going on.
I have a suspicion.
I have the feeling you're throwing me under the bus.
What? Okay. What? Huh?
Under the coat, but okay, I will hold on to the key for now.
It's from our associate. I don't want to use it, she says. But I don't want to leave it around, like I said, in case it leads something bad. It says here, and she relays what the message says on both sides. And then she says, for now, I just want you to hold on to it. Keep it.
All right. And he takes it and puts it in his inventory.
Every time someone says puts it in their inventory in D&D, I just imagine they like open up an interface window like an RPG, just like slot it in and close it.
No. I'll put it in my hammer pants.
Like an isekai.
You know what? That's funny because I actually like saw a comic strip once where it was like the fantasy Middle Ages, and it was all these people straining to hold these wood square boards that were basically like the ones in Warcraft, and everyone was like dragging them around like they were these slotted shelves that were like on these slats and hanging from them with wood with ropes. So everyone had them. It was awesome. And I replied. So anyway, yeah, she says, well, then let's get going.
You make
Thank
your way
you for
out.
holding this burden, Jeremiah.
You make your way outside to the coach and clamber inside. The coachman sets off, and it's another 4-hour journey before you reach the Crowley mansion. The coachman more or less takes you straight to the front door. Alright, well, I'm going to leave you lot here. I'm going to wait by the gate. Just be careful in there, right?
Oh, don't you worry about it.
Well, I hope there's nothing too bad in there. The Crowleys were good people.
If you say so.
As you approach the front door, you notice lettering inscribed upon small parts of the doorway.
Any language particular?
Roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. One thing I'm very not good at.
Yep, Jeremiah, you can't quite place it, but you do recognise it from the keyring.
Holly.
And Holly, you definitely recognise this writing.
It's same kind of writing as on the keyring. I knew she wouldn't be talking to me anymore.
No, it's infernal then.
Yeah, it's infernal.
Okay, and it says what?
It says, "Welcome those who are friends."
It says, "Welcome those who are friends."
Well, the question.
Yeah, totally what I
Friends
thought it
of
said.
who? Friends of who?
I think we both know, Jeremiah.
Are you suggesting that I have to open the door with that key?
That's up to you, Jeremiah. But I think there's probably another way for us to get in.
Well, I mean, I'm no rogue, so I wouldn't know where to start.
Holly says, ultimately it's your decision, but I'll trust your judgment.
You know what? And he knocks on the door.
As you knock the door, it swings open.
Well, that was easy.
That's a very, very good choice, Jeremiah.
Well, I know it's unpolite to knock you into, so...
Of course it's not polite to knock. And then Holly moves.
Did you just say it's not polite to knock? Because that's what I heard. Though I might have misheard.
Anarchy smiles and goes, "I'll stay outside. Keep an eye on things out here."
Very good girl.
Unfortunately, we don't have a Lizzie this week, so...
Oh, poor Lizzie.
Unfortunate, but...
Okay.
How unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
How unfortunate. How unfortunate.
Oh, God. What is this? 5 Nights at,
It's a thing I hate to do.
You make your way into the main hall.
Holly seems very pleased, by the way, about the way Jeremiah handled that.
So, and I just realized I put you in the wrong area.
Oh,
Yeah.
map.
Yeah.
There's
You can
no
also
cat.
take. You can also take. I mean, I don't see anything right now
1 second.
because.
Yeah. Like I said, I was in the wrong section.
Anyone found us yet?
Hang on a second, I've got to review it first.
I was just asking.
You find yourselves in a fairly elegantly furnished main hall. The house is quite a nice house, but it seems a bit abandoned. But from what you can tell, it was only abandoned recently.
Hello? Anyone here?
Hello? We come in peace?
Squish wants to have a look around.
Okay. Perception. Yeah, you can tell that nothing has been taken from this house. Or at least not from in this room, anyway.
Has it been looted? This is recent.
Hence why I wonder if anyone is still here. And he shouts again, hello?
Are you guys seeing yourselves on the map?
Yes.
Yep.
I am invisible on the map.
You are invisible over there. Where the red circle
Okay.
blinks.
This might be the thing Creature had on mine.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
I could
no,
only see
then.
one of you. Oh, there's Holly.
yeah,
Well,
I
we have
just
two
copy and
holes.
pasted it. There we go.
Weird. Anyway,
And yeah, the rest of you are all invisible to me too, just in case it helps.
can't see what a squish.
Mm.
One
I can
second.
only see.
Everyone.
I can only see right here. This is the only token I see.
Give me 1 second.
Have you forgotten to make her see?
Now
I'm
that
good.
just disappeared. Now there's
Now
two
everyone's gone. Two
1 second. 1 second.
Hollies. Sorry.
Damn it, roll 20.
Welcome to the room of chaos.
So just give me 1 moment.
This is the house of illusion.
This is the house of the toy maker. The toy maker makes all the toys. Ah.
Okay, there we go. That should be sorted.
Okay. Yep. Now I can see everybody.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Meanwhile, Holly's gonna be looking around in this area. She's gonna be like trying to see what
1
she
second.
can see.
1 second, I need to reveal what's down there
You-
first.
Yeah, it's not dynamic loading.
Holly's rushing straight into it again.
Yes, she is. She has a habit of that.
You find yourself in a long corridor. Just up ahead, you see a set of double doors.
Some doors on this side. Squish, what do you see on the other end?
Ah, I see darkness.
Okay, 1 second.
Darkness, no parents.
Yep.
Hello,
wait.
that's my old friend. The sodding
Do
light's gone again.
Do attack the darkness, won't you, Squish?
As you
Oh,
enter
Batman.
into this corridor, you also see a set of double doors.
I see fancy doors.
Hmm.
Up that way. Is this something in front of me, or is it just a glitch in the map?
I think that's just a glitch in the map.
Okay.
Holly comes over to Squish and says, "Let's check out yours first."
Okay.
I think we should follow the ladies.
1 second. As you approach the double doors, you notice that to your right is a long corridor leading to the other set of doors.
Holly comes around the corner and gestures down the hallway over to here and says, "Those are the doors I was talking about."
Okay.
Okay.
Look like a
Excuse me.
curtain to anybody?
Hmm?
There on the map.
Yeah, I thought that... Is that a curtain?
You can't tell from here.
Okay. Holly goes over but she's focused on these doors. Is Squish heading over there?
Squish is being
Holly's
nosy.
gonna
Yes.
follow along with Squish.
Okay, just 1 second.
I don't know what this is. I want to know.
As you approach, you notice it's a fairly solid-looking wooden door.
Be careful, Squish.
A cubby.
Such
Squish is going...
reverence for that word.
Cubbies are awesome. We'll have a little look around the door, see if anything sticks out.
Yeah, Holly's looking too, so what should we roll?
Roll investigation.
I did.
Okay. Squish, you don't notice anything unusual about the door, but Holly, you notice that the door isn't quite closed properly.
If we're really lucky, it could be a hot press. They're the best for naps.
It's open. Holly moves to open it. She wants to investigate this place.
Okay. Door swings open slowly as you find yourself staring into a room full of cloaks and hats and various fine clothing.
Squish, would you like to do the honors to investigate in there?
The cloakroom.
I like the way the eyes are just poking up out of the...
Squish, as you look around, it's basically just a cloakroom, but you do find a small box hidden away behind the shoes.
What's in the box?
Are you going to open it?
I am going to open the box.
Oh no!
What's in the box? What's in the box?
As you open up the box, you find a key identical to one that Jeremiah has.
I found a thing.
What'd you find?
Hold on. Is there anything that catches Squish's eye in here?
Also in the box, you find... One second.
Oh, while
yes.
he's doing that, I did want to let you know something, Jurnis. I told the others, I am, per medical test, corona-free.
Woo!
Excellent.
So you have recovered from the deadly virus?
I have recovered.
Yay!
Well, I'm still weak and wobbly, but...
My uncle's doing well. He's not
Excellent.
clear yet, but
Good.
unfortunately
Squish.
his asthma's prolonging it. But anyway, yes, go on.
Squish, in the
Yeah,
box,
so's mine.
you find 1,300 copper pieces,
Ooh!
1,500 silver pieces,
Yeah, 1,300 copper, 1,500 silver,
60 gold,
60 gold.
a chrysoprase worth 50 gold.
You'll have to put that in the chat.
Yeah,
'cause I
one
don't know how
second.
to spell that.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
Gem,
It's a type of gemstone.
50 gold.
Oh.
There we go. And an onyx worth 50 gold.
Oh my!
Squish is going to immediately shove all of that in her little bag.
Including the key?
No, she's going to hold on to the key because she found a thing.
Okay.
And she's going to
Squish.
scrabble out with like shoes on her ears. I found a thing. Holds up the key.
Oh my! Could I see that? Could I see that, Squish? I want to look at it.
She hands it over, looking all proud of herself.
Jeremiah, do you have the other key?
Yes.
Could I see it?
Of course. Of course. And he puts it out on his palm.
And she moves to take it. She moves to take the key from Jeremiah, and what she's comparing, first of all, is
Okay, could you repeat that, please, Dave?
Yep. Get out.
hello.
Hello.
There we go.
No,
What did you tell me to do?
Could you repeat that, please? What you said?
Oh, sorry. I said she's going to take the key from Jeremiah, and she's going to look first off to see if there's any writing on either one of the new one that's anything like the first one.
You notice on one side it says Crowley again. Well, the other, you
Sorry.
notice that there is a large number 7 etched into it.
Message number 7. And then the important thing is she then looks to see if the teeth look the same.
They look similar, but there is a slight difference.
Not the same key, she says. Then she takes the keys and says, Squish, do you need to hold on to this? Or would it be safe, or would it be alright if Jeremiah held all the keys for now?
Yeah, you can take it.
Then she gives both keys over to Jeremiah and says, Jeremiah, you hold on to the keys.
All right. I feel like the groundskeeper to something.
You're not the groundskeeper. You're a valued friend. And even if you were a groundskeeper, you'd still be a valued friend.
Of course. Well, given that this says 7 on this side, I assume that's in common, the number.
Yeah, it's a regular 7.
I wouldn't be surprised that when we come across a room that has that number on it, that the lock is the one this key is made for.
Good observation, Jeremiah. And then Holly moves to go back down the hallway and says, but I still am curious about this door.
Which door?
She says, good job, sis. Good job, Squish.
As you passed this point here, you notice there's also a door here as well.
This door, you mean?
No, this door.
And
Oh.
This one here.
This door. Well, you want me to open it?
After you, Jeremiah.
First of all, he's going to check the door.
As you look at the door, you notice there are at the corner. There's this large bronze plate on the front of the door.
Can
And-
I read it?
It is blank, but at each corner are 4 small keyholes.
Ollie, I think this is where 4 keys go.
And the door is locked, I assume.
I mean,
Yes.
I can try shaking it, but I doubt that before I tear it off the walls.
And you said it was brass, the plate?
Yeah, the place is.
One moment. Holly is going to think for a moment, and then she's going to reach up as best she can, and she's going to breathe on the brass like it's a excuse me, like it's a foggy window she's trying to fog up.
As you do that, you just leave a large cloud on the brass, which slowly dissipates away.
Holly looks
fingerprints.
disappointed. Holly looks disappointed.
No fingerprints.
That was my thinking exactly, Jeremiah.
Ardeth takes a quick look at the plate. And she can sense a small amount of magic behind it.
Well, that's disconcerting.
Magic.
Yes, I suspect that once we unlock this plate, we'll be able to see exactly what's going on behind it.
Well, it's Probably the man behind the curtain.
Pay no attention to.
If I thought that for a moment, I would knock. But she goes and investigates this door. She's going to look it over because she has a concern that something bad might be associated with this door. So she's going to give it a quick look over. I would assume a perception?
Roll me an investigation.
Investigation.
Well, it's a door.
Quick, 1 second.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, it's just a normal door.
Holly tries to open it.
The door slowly opens, and as you look into the room beyond, you notice sat on the couch are 4 ladies.
Oh dear. Do these women have any, like, distinguishing characteristics?
No, they don't. They all look identical.
Hold on a second.
Do they look like,
Hold on.
I had an idea, but okay.
Just give me 1 second.
Of course.
Are they
Now go ahead and
dolls?
say what you're going to say.
Do they look mechanical?
Roll a perception.
Already did.
Holly just got the
7
hiccup.
and 23.
Oh, 1 second.
Mind if I get
Yeah.
Mind if I get an advantage?
Yeah, you can have advantage.
Holly got the hiccups.
1 second. Yeah, you notice that these women aren't women at all. They're life-size dolls.
Called it.
Well, that's an unusual way to face mannequins, large dolls. I suspect we might have found the toy maker.
Are those fake people?
Yes.
I don't like fake people. They
don't
move when you
either,
don't
Squish.
look.
Worse than fake people are magical fake people.
Squish visibly shudders.
Holly says, I don't recommend any of us touching them.
Wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole. But it might be a little useful to get at least a slightly closer look.
I'm not going to stop you, Jeremiah, but I don't recommend it. Everyone's subject to their free will and everyone makes their own destiny.
And, yeah, he just steps into the room.
Holly looks at the others
As
and
you
shakes her head.
step in, you notice hanging above the mantelpiece here is another key.
Oh, great.
What? Did I hear that? Oh, great. I would assume, Seph?
Yeah.
Seph, was I able to hear that from the other side of the door?
The door's open, so yeah, you would have.
Right. No, I just figured, but you know, you never know. There's sometimes quiet spells and things like that.
Oh, great.
Seph?
Yes.
Could I hear that? Could I hear that?
Yes, you can all hear
Okay.
that.
What are you,
Someone's chuckling.
Oh, laugh?
Yeah, you can all hear that laughter.
I'm going to
Oh,
roll perception to see where if I can determine where that came from.
As far as you can tell, it's coming from inside the fireplace.
The fire is laughing.
That's never a good sign.
Are you seriously trying to work out my fears here, Seph? What the fuck? No bueno. No bueno.
This is strange.
Oh, but we might need that key to unlock that door. And he points back to that door.
You said the laughter was coming from the fire, Squish?
That's what it sounds like.
And we presumably are going to need that key. Huh.
Don't like those chances.
Holly is considering some things. Has Holly? I put it in the story that like the other time when we were playing that Holly has had experiences seeing crude automated soldiers. Does she get the same vibe from seeing these things?
I'd say yes. You do seem to recall seeing automata this size, but they never look like these. They look like normal porcelain dolls.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and so Holly actually relays that to the group. She says, "Now, remember, yesterday I was talking about seeing, or maybe it was the day before, I was talking about seeing attempts to make..."
Sorry, don't worry about that. It's just going a bit
You
weird.
mean the mechanical men? Ollie? Man
Yes.
made from machine. You mean those? That story. Apparently not.
Yes.
Is that another chuckle in game or just the DM?
Yeah, that's a
being
chuckling
evil?
game. That's a chuckling game.
Had to be portion faced, didn't it? Had to be portion faced.
Well, they wouldn't work as well if they were ragdolls, would they?
My genius can make any of my delights work.
God damn it, that was out of character!
Okay, they're evil. Nope. Nope.
They're
Come
not-
on, Minnie.
They are
And
not-
as you do that,
Hey.
I would like you to roll initiative.
Hello. Sorry about that. guys. Yeah, Holly answered yes. Mechanical men like these.
Right. Yeah, means you will watch suddenly as the doll's heads turn to look at the door.
Ugh.
Aw,
ladies,
Holly was gonna do something. Darn it!
hello, ladies. Didn't expect you to spring to life.
She says, "Right, these are mechanical soldiers," and she's going to actually
Oh,
Which-
a perfect song.
I know.
There
are
are
we
no
having-
strings on them.
No. Although that is.
Okay, does everyone roll initiative?
I think
Yeah,
so.
but do you want to do something before?
There we go.
Okay, I'm just gonna get the initiative order sorted. Yes, you watch as the dolls jerkily get to their feet and pull out knives.
I got a knife!
You call that a knife? This is a
Jeremiah.
knife.
No, that's a sword.
Jeremiah, what do
No,
you do?
this is an axe. Well. Looks like someone wants their toys to be broken.
Trying again. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep,
now we
yeah.
can.
Okay. I'm sorry. So, Seph, I don't want to like retroactively do anything, but before all that happened, I was in the process of trying to say when Holly was doing the mechanical man thing that
Yeah.
she was getting out a torch and lighting it.
Yeah, I'll let you have that.
Yeah, because when she was talking, the whole thing I was going to do was as she was talking and saying, yeah, these are mechanical men, but they're wearing clothes. And as she was doing that, she was going to be lighting up a torch saying, I recommend everyone do this.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was what was supposed to be happening when I had to log in back in
Right.
twice. I'm sorry, everybody.
Okay.
The thing is, Holly, they will work even after the clothes are burned.
Holly doesn't know that.
They may still
Best
work.
response. Holly don't know that.
They may still work after they've been burned.
Okay, Jeremiah, your turn.
Well, setting a torch ablaze and throwing it at this sofa. Trying to catch this one on fire.
I'd like you to make me a dexterity check.
Good night, sweetheart. Okay.
Nope.
The torch just clatters onto the floor.
Great.
Down that there.
Is the floor tile or carpet?
The floor is wooden boards.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Great. At best, I've merely singed it.
What are you doing, Jeremiah?
Trying to do what you're trying to make us do. Setting them ablaze.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I don't think I have the time to pick the torch back up before it sets the floor to fire.
I'll let you do that.
Alright, pick up the torch again.
Okay.
Should probably place myself closer so they attack me and you can focus on flanking them.
Okay.
So he moves there.
And that's your turn.
Yep.
Next up, Squish.
I don't like this. 5, 10, 15, 20. She's going to go here. And she's going to try and make the bad thing go away.
You can try toppling the couch they are standing in front of.
Now.
I think you have some vast overestimations about how strong Squish is.
Yep, that 16 hits.
Okay. Flurry of blows. Pop
Okay.
out.
That definitely hits.
Pop out.
That definitely hits.
And my second attack. Pop out.
Yep, all those hit. No, that's 12, 19.
Key point. There.
Yeah, you can see the back of his thing starting to chip up. You can definitely see the ceramic has broken on this doll's back.
They're weak to punches! Ah!
Anything else you'd like to do?
That's pretty much all I can do. That's my action and bonus action and movement.
These
Okay.
people are susceptible to punching.
I figured it out.
It's your
You just have to
turn.
hit them really, really hard.
Samael, it's your turn.
Oh,
Sammy. Samael!
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I was paying attention, I just didn't hear my name. Okay. I'm going to... I'm assuming it's a door here, right?
Yeah, but the door's been opened, so you can get through easy.
So, move in here.
Mhm.
And that was 5, 10, 20, 25. And for the heck of it, I'm going to cast Retribution on the green one here.
Okay.
I-
And is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. 1 second, please.
Whoops,
Next up,
sorry about that, guys.
it's Blank. Blank creakily turns around to look at the little goblin and raises its knives.
No.
Oh no.
Ah,
9,
you
does
miss.
that hit?
9 does not hit me.
Okay. Does 22 hit?
Surprisingly, yes.
4 slashing damage, please.
Ow.
Next up is Green. Green looks around between Jeremiah and Samael and jerkily walks forward. Raising its knife, it swings at Samael. Does 15 hit?
No.
Why does it sound like someone's winding up a turbojet?
I have no
I
idea.
don't know. 20, does that hit?
Definitely not, because these dolts
Okay.
are working on clockwork.
That's 3 slashing damage. I'm just going to quickly check that spell
Yep,
again for some saving throw.
2d8.
What DC does it have to beat for saving throw?
Well, if a nat 20 doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't take any damage, I'm afraid. Next up, Holly.
Holly was going to do what she was planning on doing, which was she girds herself with her lit torch, and she goes over here, and she's going to try to set fire directly at... She was going to, like, sort of try to run by and, like, set fire to them both, like, wave it between them.
Okay. Roll me a strength check and add your modifier to it.
Strength check. Trying to get to it. It's not letting me. It's not letting me. There it goes.
Okay.
My modifier is -1.
Right.
So,
Yeah, you try and hit it, but you just can't quite get there.
Oh, dang it. And that's all I can do.
Oh, wait, no, actually, no. Hang on, no. Your opposite Squish. Give me a second.
You have
Roll some damage,
advantage.
please.
Roll what?
Damage.
Yeah, can you roll me 1d4?
Okay.
You got advantage because Squish was here.
Yeah.
Yes.
As you swing the torch at it, it catches slightly, but doesn't quite do enough to actually set it on fire. But you notice that underneath the clothing, this doll is ceramic, so it's not going to burn.
It'll crumble though.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Can I take a bonus action I'm not really actually sure. How do people douse torches in fantasy times?
I'll let you have it as a free
wrap it
action.
in cloth to smother it or douse it in water.
I'll let you have
Okay.
that as a free action.
Yeah, she douses it and then glares at the dolls with definite intent when she sees and
And-
she says porcelain.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Next up is Blue. She's going to jerkily move towards Jeremiah. Does an 11 hit?
An 11. No. Yes.
22 hits. Okay. You take 4 slashing damage.
Well, now you're just making me angry.
Next up is Ardeth. She
Chinese crap.
runs in, sees this madness, gets in position, and 1 second. Fires the
Hopefully
Ray
those-
Frostic Clay. You just watch as this bolt of white energy slams into the doll from the side. And that's all Ardeth can do. Next up, Midnight.
Malta Mary. Okay, so 5, 10. Just scurry past Samael. Right, he's gonna go here. And you'll know what he's gonna do.
Oh, yes. Okay, 2 dexterity saving throws.
Nope. Yes.
First one
Yeah.
fails.
First one fails.
38.
So, you roll that, please. 14. Acid splashes onto the dolls. One looks fairly badly damaged by it, but the other one, not so much.
So one took full damage, the other took half damage.
Yep.
Yep.
Mitty
Is
looks
there
pleased.
anything else, Midnight? Okay. Next up, Red clambers to her feet and goes for Holly.
Oh, fun.
Does 20 hit?
Oh, yeah, it does.
Okay. 3 slashing damage.
Pick those up and put
And-
them back up there.
23, that definitely hits.
Can I have one?
Yep.
So that's an extra 9, so that's 12 in total.
Ah! Holly looks like buffeted and is bleeding, I would assume.
Jeremiah,
Eh,
what are you going to do?
Mostax straight to red.
Okay. 13, that hits.
That's
Excellent, that's 15 damage.
Yeah. And I have, as I'm a barbarian, same as before.
That definitely hits. Ooh, yeah, you do some serious damage to this thing.
Well,
Still going, but yeah, you smacked it up pretty good.
yeah, I can see the clockwork inside.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No one touches Holly. And you know what? Yeah, why not? I'm gonna rage.
Okay. Unleash.
So that everyone knows what's going on. And yes, I know it's a wall of text.
Next up, Squish.
Same verse. What was it? Second verse, same as the first.
Okay.
Why didn't it roll?
I have no idea.
There
There
it
it
is.
is.
That hits.
Okay, that hits. Which one are you attacking? Clay?
The only one I can reach.
Okay.
How bad does she look?
Yeah, she's looking pretty bad.
And let's try and finish her off. Pew pew!
I'm afraid 9 does not hit. Oh no, advantage, never mind. Yeah, it hits. You smack it in the back and you just watch as it just crumbles.
Was that
into
the
shards of broken pottery.
Only broken pottery? I thought I saw gears, but hey.
Nope, no
Okay.
gears.
And Squish is going to clamber over the back of the chair. Now stand on the sofa. Will you allow me to use that second flurry of blows on that one, or was it wasted just pulping the clear one?
No, I'll let you have that one.
Okay, so 9, and then my second attack for... Pew!
Yep, that hits as well. You've done some serious damage to this one as well. But it's still standing.
I've just realized that punching this thing really hurts.
That's why I'm using an axe.
Next up, Samael.
Well,
Go to it, Samael.
fireball. Sorry, channeled icy there for a second.
What's your point person within fireball distance?
Going to pull out his mace, and I'm pretty sure that's not gonna hit.
Beats it.
Okay. That might
On green.
fuel roll. Come on.
Okay, that's
Right there.
8
4.
damage.
That's just one.
Okay,
The first was 4 damage.
Yeah, 4 damage. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's all I got.
Okay. Next up is green. And she's not very happy at you for taking a swinger. Does 13 hit?
Does not.
Ooh, 1 second.
You know what we want.
Yep, you know what we want. WP.
Mm.
You watch as she spins round, and as she does so, I'm just going to roll it on this one because it's easier. You notice the knife just flick upwards straight into her, doing 3 slashing damage to herself.
Well, your toys are broken.
Next up, Holly.
Holly goes for this, looking weary, but where is it? Trying to find it. Oops.
Spiritual weapon.
Yeah, and I told you the form it would take in the
Okay,
in
just
the,
one moment.
message.
Don't tell me it takes the form of pineapple
No,
pizza.
no.
Shape of
Okay.
a hawk. Come on,
No.
Peter. Yeah, I'm coming.
And if you give me a second, I'll let you have control of that.
Form of Lyra's on.
As you cast spiritual weapon, you summon a large hammer into existence and just put that where you want it.
She was gonna try to summon it here.
And smash it with a hammer.
Appears out of nowhere. This massive hammer appears, and it starts to swing. And which is it aiming for?
Aiming for the one closest to her and everyone else.
Okay, that's a 9.
And she's like really focused, and she says again as she summons it, moving her hands, and she says, "Porcelain."
I'm afraid that 9 doesn't hit.
It's by the way, I would assume it's okay that it be this because it is still a weapon. The shape of it is it's a big toy maker's hammer.
A mallet?
Yep.
Yeah, like a big like hammering mallet for like a craftsman's mallet.
It's Isabel's mallet.
I was thinking of a squishy mallet.
No, it's not squishy.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Why would a hammer look like me? What?
There is
Because bear in
nothing.
mind, Look, bear in mind that's a bonus action, so you can do whatever you would like as your action.
Oh, wait. So summoning the thing, I can attack too?
Yep, you can attack.
Okay. Then she is going to attack Red
Okay.
with... She says, well, let's try this again. And, oh, God, if I can get my character sheet to work today, it's been a real bear. Okay.
He's going a bit slow today. Okay, I'm afraid 10 doesn't hit. You
I'll
just
figure it out. I'll figure it out.
as you swing, you just narrowly miss. Just narrowly. Next up is Blue. She's going to take another couple of swings at Jeremiah.
Nope.
14.
14. Beat it.
She catches you for 5 slashing damage.
Which, as he's raging, is only half.
Exactly, so that's 2 slashing damage.
Yeah. I'll get to you, doll.
Next up is Ardeth. She looks at the situation and moves into position here. And she's going to use her rapier on Blue. With advantage, so that just gets it. That's 3 piercing damage. To Blue.
She's getting advantage from a floating hammer.
It counts.
Yep.
And that's all she can do. Next up, Midnight.
Midi is going to...
Reload first the breath weapon.
Yeah, I'm rolling for that. It does not come back. So
Okay.
instead, he's gonna bite it.
He could be moving up one
You-
and bite it with advantage.
He could.
I will allow that. I will allow that if you'd like. Okay, roll damage, please.
Yay. You are a kind and benevolent DM.
You just see Midnight sink its teeth into the leg of this doll. And he kind of has that look on his face when you kind of accidentally bite into a plate, bite into a cup when you're drinking something.
Oh.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's all Midi can do.
Okay, next up is Red. Red is being attacked but attacked twice now. She turns to look at the little goblin.
Hi.
Slashy. 23.
No, it doesn't hit. Of course it hits.
That's 7 slashing damage for that one. And another 17.
It does hit, I'm afraid.
You take a total of 9 slashing damage.
DM, does a 32 hit? Me, stern look.
Next up, Jeremiah.
Well, this is a slight overreaction, just because I'm standing on your sofa.
Red gets the masked axe with
That
advantage.
hits. Yep. Roll damage.
That's 8 damage.
Yeah, you just straight up smash Red.
And then he turns to Blue. I said I would be going for you next.
15 hits. And that's 8 again. You manage to catch it on one of the arms. You do a fair bit of damage, but not enough to slow it down. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Well, well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going into frenzy.
Ooh, nice.
It means that I will be getting 1 level of exhaustion,
Okay, go for it.
but blue's going down. Hopefully.
Okay, roll your attack. That hits.
And that's another 13 damage. I think this doll's broken.
Yeah, you damaged it pretty badly, but it's still going. Next up, Squish.
Okay, so red is down, so I cannot get my revenge. So instead, she will scurry down here.
Yep.
And attack blue.
Okay. That definitely hits.
How bad is she looking? Hello.
She's looking
Why are you?
fairly broken, but she's still going.
There you are.
But definitely looking damaged.
Okay. Eh.
If only you'd gone 1 square further.
Okay, so
Oh,
let's
yeah.
see.
Oh well. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm afraid that doesn't hit.
Then I shall do this. Waha!
Yeah, that definitely hits. Oh, yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 12, 90. Yeah, you basically just obliterate this one. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's pretty much it.
Next up, Samael.
Alright. Going to hit green again with my mace.
That hits. Yeah. 3 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No. Good.
Green has a lot of targets to choose from. But she
Oh
turns
yeah.
to the elf stood behind her. That hits.
Oh dear.
And 15, just need to check on that.
Yikes.
That hits as well. So that's 10 slashing damage to Ardeth.
Oh dear.
You just watch as the knife drags along across the top of her chest. And she just
Oh, mercy.
snarls in pain.
Oh mercy.
Holly.
Can I move the weapon?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So she
Anything
is
to
going
do
to
with
move.
weapon, just anything to do with the weapon counts as a bonus action.
Okay. So she wants to smash the weapon right down onto the doll.
Okay. Roll me a d20. That hits.
And then how do I roll damage for that spiritual weapon?
Let's see. Try to think of what hammers. Roll me a d8.
Okay.
Right, that's 4. You hit it, but you've not done too much damage to it, I'm afraid. But it is looking fairly banged up at this point.
Yeah. And then Holly is going to go here.
Yep.
And she's actually going to make the mistake of getting in. Can she occupy the same space as the hammer?
Yes, you.
Okay. So she's going
Actually,
to come up along. Sorry, go ahead.
Actually, I'd say no, because I thought you were going to say occupy the same space as blue, because blue's smashed.
Oh, then she'll come over to blue then.
Okay.
Whoa, the hammer. There we go.
Yep. Okay.
So Holly's there now, and she is going to try another swing at Blue with her.
Green.
This will be her fourth. Her fourth. Oh, it looks blue to me. Sorry. Her fourth attempt.
Okay.
Hello.
There, we hear you.
I'm hitting the button and nothing's happening.
Okay.
There it goes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Roll 3 times. Yeah, I'm afraid that doesn't hit.
Yeah, just go with the first one.
Yeah, that doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Ah!
Next up is Ardeth. Ardeth is just going to stare at this doll. You notice the lines on her face glowing slightly red as she casts Ray of Frost. And that hits.
Oh wow, yeah, I'd say so.
You watch as as the frost creeps, just smashes into the doll, but it's still stood. And there's not much she can do. Next up, Midnight.
First off,
Yeah.
Acid Breath is returned. However, doing it now would be a bad idea. So, Om nom. Om nom. There we are.
Yeah, that definitely hits. How do you want to do this?
Mitty is going to jump for the neck and try and crush the head in his little mouth. Ah!
Midnight leaps up, clamping his jaws round the doll's throat. You hear the cracking and crunching of broken pottery as the doll just bursts into shards.
Good job, Mitty.
And that is combat. Oh.
How is everyone?
I have a boo-boo.
Shaking her head.
Samael's going to cast.
Who looks the worst hurt?
I would say Holly. You're looking the worst hurt by the look of it.
Well, Holly, you get 6 points.
Care about herself
Everybody
right
gets
now.
6 points.
Ooh, mask your wounds. I'll take that.
And I'm back to full. Yeah.
I'm done 7. I'm good.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, you were breaking up, D? D?
While we wait for D to come back, Squish wants a closer look at that fireplace to see if you can find out where that giggling was coming from earlier on.
Okay, investigation. You
Yep.
see, just at the side of the fireplace, a tube leading
Hello,
down
everyone?
into the cellar.
Hi, D.
Hello, D.
Okay. So, does that mean I get 6 back?
Yeah.
Yep. And Squish, you find this tube leading down into the cellar.
Hey, guys. I think I found out where the giggling was coming from. And that voice, too.
Yeah.
You also notice... Actually, I would like you to roll me a perception check as well, please.
Sure, I can do that. She's too fascinated with this pipe.
Yeah. Anyone else want to try it, or...
Actually, Holly was going to go over there, and so let me do her perception.
Okay.
Right.
Yep. I'll let you have this with advantage because you're sort of being helped by Squish. You notice above the mantelpiece where the key is, a small family portrait showing 2 young boys. One of whom
Sorry.
you recognize.
As who?
Roll me a history check. You recognise this from the picture that the vampire showed you of the toy maker,
Oh.
but you don't recognise the other boy.
Midnight. Squish. Look through the dolls. Maybe we'll get an idea of what to do if we run into more of them.
They're really
Look for
creepy.
Look for something important.
So we're just going to very reluctantly like poke around.
I don't think they were puppeteered from upstairs. And
I didn't think they were puppets.
looked
I
at
thought they were mechanical in some way.
Yeah, but since nothing's
Squish.
in there,
You poo the remains of the dolls, and you find a lump of something squishy and red.
Is it a body part?
Roll me another investigation, please.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Squish.
Is it
roll
a
me
heart?
anatomy.
It's gonna be a heart.
Yeah, this is a human heart.
What did you find?
She like dropped it and she's like over here wiping her hands on the sofa.
Holly's gonna look at whatever she dropped.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
That's supposed to be inside people.
Yeah, this is a human heart, but something's been done to it to keep it preserved.
It's a preserved heart.
I mean,
These dolls
like,
were made with... Like what?
like embalming oils.
Roll me an investigation check.
I was also going to suggest a medicine check since Holly's a cleric.
Can we have medicine check for it then? Holly, this heart is not being preserved with any chemicals.
Arcana check.
Yep, go ahead.
I don't recognize what preserves this.
Yep, Samael, you recognise that this is being preserved with magic.
Evil doll magic.
Somebody definitely wanted this heart to last a long time.
In fact,
That's just...
with an
Sorry.
18, you realise that this heart is what's powering these dolls.
Huh. Well, that's a little terrifying.
Holly hugs herself. Unnatural. Unnatural. We need to stop, put an end to this.
Yes.
So, Holly, you... Or... That's on the mantelpiece.
What'd you say?
You take the key?
Holly was actually going to distractedly reach out and grab the key because she's so horrified by what she's seeing.
Okay. You take the key.
And she distractedly hands it over to Jeremiah to hold like the other two.
Okay. Jeremiah, investigate the key first.
Is everyone well?
You notice the key has the same 7 carved into it, and the same Crowley tag.
So it's 2 for Sweet 7. Okay. Okay.
You also notice on this one, where the 7s are, is also a picture of a sun.
Son of keys. Oh.
S-U-N or S-O-N?
S-U-N.
Question is it setting, rising, or is it high in the sky?
It's just a depiction of the sun.
Yeah, Holly was just going to answer back, like saying distractedly, "It's on a key," and then she was going to call back to everyone. Is everyone well though?
Yeah, I'm fine. A little tired, but I'm fine. I'm just glad that you're still okay.
Thank you, Jeremiah. And with that, Holly walks out very purposefully. She just heads out and immediately is like heading to the other door. She has a determined look on her face. She's on a mission now.
How many?
Expecting more dolls?
Before
Yes.
Samael leaves, he's going to look at the heart and try and crush it with his mace. Just to ensure that these dolls don't get back up.
You've been taking some cues from Haraga, haven't you?
Well, something this unnatural.
You know, I've always wondered if Haraga actually stopped anything undead from coming back with all those crushings.
You'll never know.
Yeah.
Mitty may or may not have snacked on one. It depends on how quickly Squish got to him.
Okay. So, what are you going to do?
So he's gonna follow Holly.
Okay.
And Holly is just gonna. She's not even looking
Haraga?
for traps or anything. Holly, she's not gonna look for any traps or anything. She's just trying to open the door.
You open the door.
Oh God!
A long dining table. Still set. It's been cleared. There's no food on there, but all the silverware, all the crockery is still there intact.
Yeah, I see it.
And in the corner, you noticed a large stuffed bear.
Size of a
Holly's actually going. Sorry, go ahead.
about the size of a person. You want me to set it ablaze?
I
Yes,
thought we get
Jeremiah,
Mitty to breathe
now.
on it.
Yes, Jeremiah, now.
Well, he lights a torch and makes his way to the stuffed bear.
This place is profane. Raven Queen, bless it and free these.
A stealth check, please, Jeremiah.
Raven Queen, bless us and destroy
Stealth.
these creatures.
Okay.
Yeah, the bears doesn't react.
The fact that you had me roll a stealth check makes me worried.
Kill the fire.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
he's going to try to set it on fire.
Roll me a dexterity check.
Dex.
The fact that it
Okay.
appears to have knives for paws is concerning.
Yeah,
Dexterity. 1 second. I shall just.
I was
check.
looking for the duck and the fox myself.
Oh, roll me a d4. You press the torch to the bear and watch as the fire takes, but as it does so, it stands up and roars. I would like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Yep.
I expected as much.
Holly was on a mission. All the stuff in here needs to be freed. Did my declaration by Holly come through, by the way, about what her little mini prayer?
I'm not
Kind
sure.
of.
She said, Raven Queen, bless us and help us destroy these creatures.
Yeah, we got that.
Okay. Everything went staticky when I said it, so I wasn't sure. But then she kind of thinks to herself, I am not calling upon you.
Okay. First up, Samael.
Okay, well... 5, 10, 20, 30. And then... Where is... There we go. Sacred Flame on Teddykins there.
Dex of 13. That hits. So, the bear's already on fire, but your bolt of divine flame slams into its chest.
Kill it with fire!
Is there anything else you'd like to
Kind
do?
of the idea.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Next up is Holly.
If only you
Holly is
got
going
that you.
to. I want to look because I want to say, since I'm still learning about using clerics, that she has something that does fire. Does she have a fire power?
I mean,
No, she does not. She has Hellish Rebuke, but that's.
Mm. It all depends on how it decides to manifest itself.
Could I do a Hellish Rebuke?
I'm afraid not, that's a reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it would have to attack me first.
Yeah, we have to
Yeah.
attack and damage you
Okay.
first.
Okay. Then Holly is going to push past Samael,
Okay.
come up over here, and she is going to try another swing. You're big
Okay.
enough. Let's see if it works.
Hit
Since
roll
it's
it,
so
please.
large.
Definitely hits. That's 7 damage. You slice straight across its chest, and you watch the stuffing start emerging. Still on fire, but it's still going.
So it's getting hit with fire and ice.
Mm. Anything else
And,
you'd like to
for
do?
its pleasure.
Freezer burn.
She says, we come to free you. And that's it.
Okay. Next up is Squish.
Okay. Squish is just basically going to sprint the length of the table underneath the table and get here because she can move that far.
Mhm.
Squish can move 45 feet. And
Yep,
she
quickly, bastard.
is going to go pop.
That hits.
And she is going to use a key point to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. What DC does it have to beat?
13.
Meets it, beats it.
Damn. Alright, well, just my second attack then.
16 damage. You pummel this soft, fluffy bear, and you do a little damage, but not a lot, considering.
That's so squishy.
Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm good.
Next up is Ardeth. She runs
Wait,
in.
I'm gonna make
jumps-
a sidestep here
Okay.
with the last of my
Jumps
movement.
onto the table, gets in position here, and she will cast. What we got here? Chromatic Orb, level 1,
Ooh,
and
shiny.
will a sphere of fire damage at the bear. So that's. See, range spell attack. So I'll just make this as a. Let's see what this has. Make a dex. Straight dex. 8. That does not hit. The orb of energy just flies straight past the bear and hits the wall. And Ardeth just swears. Next up is the bear. It looks around at all the delicious available targets and decides
I'm the first to set you ablaze and the last to put you out.
tries to try and take a bite out of the barbar in front of him. Does 10 hit?
Misses.
Okay, yep, that hit. That does not miss. That misses. 6.
Mitty is going to follow his mama's lead and scurry under the table to here.
Okay.
And because he got this back,
Okay, that's a DC 11 on the dexterity. Oh, definitely hits.
so it
The
has a
acid
minus mod to dexterity.
bites into the floof and stuffing, but the bear still stands.
That was acid breath, not a bite.
Yeah, he takes a full 15 damage. Next up, Jeremiah.
Wow.
Moving here.
Okay.
And Master's 1
That hits.
for 12.
Yep, that definitely hits.
And due to the fact that I have an extra attack, Master's 2.
That hits.
That's another 8, so it's 20 damage.
You slice off one of its arms, tearing the stuffing out.
Working on making you armless.
Once I've got to do his fire damage, so he takes 4 fire damage as well. And he's looking pretty badly damaged now. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
He's not worth my rage.
Okay.
No.
Next up, Samael.
Alright. Gonna move right there. Gonna go trap.
Yeah, Suntite.
And going to cast Syrian Smite as a bonus action.
Nice.
Okay.
And then mash it with my mace.
Okay. That hits. And roll 1d6 for me.
That's 4 damage.
It's 11. Yep. The bear's looking pretty beat up at this point.
And it now has to make a Constitution save.
Okay.
At
Constitution
the start of
save.
its turn.
Yeah,
At-
so
yeah,
at the start of its
it's turn.
turn. Okay.
If it
Is
makes
there
it that
anything
long.
else? Okay, is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's it.
Okay, next up, Holly.
Holly is going to say very quietly, guide my hand, and then she's going to strike again.
That hits.
Ah, you see, they just need to be big enough, and I can do this.
How do you want to do this?
How do I want to do what?
How do you want to dismantle the toy?
She wants to just she's trying to do an arcing slash straight down it. She's like Voltron. That's how she wants to do it. The divine wrath of Voltron.
You straight up bisect this bear, and it kind of flops to one side, still smouldering.
Holly's standing there gripping the blade and breathing hard like the end of an anime.
Well done, Holly. Well done.
Is there a heart? She says.
Roll me an investigation.
I don't know. Let me see as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're all helping.
I'll let you all have advantage on this.
Yeah.
There is no heart in there. Instead, you find a human skull.
Oh, great.
Holly is... Oh,
You could
go
only-
ahead. Samael crushes it?
If it
That's
weren't
good,
you,
Samael.
I would be.
That's most good. That's excellent, Samael.
Yes, clearly these toys have been animated with living parts. So if we at least destroy those parts, then we won't have to worry about the toys coming back to life.
More than that, Samael? More than that? Perhaps this is why the Raven Queen guided us here. To free these people. They must be trapped. What a terrible fate.
Well, let's just hope that those we've been sent to find have not been put to the task.
Seconded, Jeremiah. I want to be done with this place.
Don't want to tell anyone that daughter had been sewn into a puppet.
My God, Jeremiah!
Well, he's got a point. Who wants to hear that?
Not me! Jeremiah, please!
Ardeth kind of hops off the table.
How horrifying! Holly looks genuinely like grossed out.
I'm just pulling conclusions.
Terrible one.
I know.
Do you wait for your mic?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I think I saw a door in the middle of well.
Keep going.
Shouldn't we be looking for a key in here?
No, this door's just a normal door.
No, I mean Holly's talking about the room with the bear.
Oh no, there's there's nothing else in there. Just the dining room.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, let's go.
Well, Jeremiah just opened the door.
You open the door and find yourself looking into a rather clean, decently stocked kitchen. There's still some food on the table, and while not the freshest looking, it's still very much edible.
He carefully checks the area for any surprises.
Is that giant butcher knife there?
Yes, there is a giant butcher knife there.
Watch out for the knife. I don't trust anything in here not to move.
Is there any cheese up there?
What?
Is there any cheese?
Yes, there is cheese.
Squish grabs a few bits of small cheese and...
Wait, Squish, wait. No, because she was like watching.
You see Squish has her like little jacket open and she's about to shove the cheese in her pocket. What?
Just give me a moment. There's something she wants to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it.
Investigation. And see nothing.
This is a kitchen.
You get
Holly's gonna cast that.
Okay. And Squish is just gonna like look at you and go, okay, and just put the cheese in her pocket.
Doesn't help it from spoiling though. It's fully.
No, she says,
How
I'm making
observant
sure
are
that
you,
none of
Holly?
it's poisoned, and making sure that none of it is impure.
Holly, how observant are you right now?
Let's find out. Let's see.
Squish.
What?
What are you doing?
Hold on.
Same thing I've always been doing.
I would
That's
like.
So
Aside
what,
from
does that work,
taking the
Jurnis?
peace.
I would say so. You notice a little rat head poking out of her pocket.
Jeremiah, you can hear soft crying noise coming from in here.
Stay ready.
One
Might be a
second.
surprise waiting in there.
So there's a boom, just one. Jeremiah, as you go to place your hand on the door, you can definitely hear crying coming from inside this room.
Everyone, very careful. Because this smells like a trap. Might not be one, but it smells like one. And she carefully opens the door.
As you open the door, you see that it's a pantry storing various kinds of foodstuffs. This is mainly the room temperature pantry. A lot of dried, preserved items like pulses, meat, not meat, rice, things like that.
Why would Christ come from out here?
You can definitely all hear the crying now.
Check the floor.
Are you going to go and take a proper look inside, or...?
I think that's the best I can do.
As
Investigation or...
Oh, that's creepy.
Oh, God!
As you look inside, you notice a soft glow coming from down this end of the room.
Something's glowing inside. Things
Stay
in
back,
pantries.
Jeremiah.
Things in pantries usually don't glow.
Jeremiah, stay back. What's glowing in there? What does it look? What did it look like?
Squish sees nothing.
He takes a second look.
Oh, Jeremiah, I said. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you see, huddled in the corner, a young woman in a maid's outfit.
Hi.
What is it, Jeremiah? What is it, Squish?
It's a servant, a maid? But they don't glow usually.
Yes, you're pretty sure that they're not see-through as well.
It looks more like a ghost.
A spirit? Step aside, Jeremiah.
And he lets Holly pass by.
Okay.
Holly gets up close and looks and says, "The Raven Queen bless you. I'm
Oh.
Holly Featherlight.
Hello, miss.
I'm Holly Featherlight. Who are you?
My name's Angie.
I serve the Raven Queen. Why are you here?
Well, I suppose I was one of Lord Crowley's servants. I used to help in the kitchen.
Can you come out of there?
Roll me a persuasion.
+1
Okay.
with advantage.
Nice.
And the ghost very gingerly starts making its way towards the door.
Everyone step back. I have friends out here.
Oh, hello.
You said your
She
name
does
was
a-
Angie?
She does like a little courtesy. Yes, miss. As I said, I was one of Lord Crowley's servants.
And she looks to the others and says, and gestures to all of them and says, "These are my friends." And like the gesture indicates, tell her your names, but she doesn't say so because it's up to them.
Hello, I am Jeremiah. Was that too soft?
No, I
Yeah,
heard
we
you.
heard you.
No, wait.
I'm Squish.
And Midnight, she says for Midnight, since Midnight can't, and then looks over to Samael and Ardeth.
Ardeth kind of gestures.
Does Samael say who they are?
Yeah. Introduce himself.
Okay. Where? She says, we've come here to find someone who's been kidnapped.
Who's gone missing at least?
Oh, you must be Miss Elizabeth.
We suspect. I thought we decided that, Jeremiah, she says.
Oh, you must be Miss Elizabeth. No, she wasn't kidnapped at all. She came here of her own free will.
Well,
She did.
but she hasn't gone back home.
Yes. The thing is, she came here to see Master Victor.
And where's the master?
Well, that's the thing, you see. Master Victor... Oh, I don't really want to think about it.
Similar condition as you.
Oh, no, he's... As far as I know, he's still alive, but...
We've encountered... Sorry, go ahead.
It isn't Master Victor who... Master Victor's done nothing wrong. I mean, he did... Well, he's been experimenting, but...
Is he the reason there are toys trying to kill people?
Oh, no. It's his brother.
His brother.
Yes, Master Elzevir suddenly appeared a couple of days ago, and he did all this.
Yep,
Well,
we're right. Toymaker's evil.
yeah, I think we should have taken him. We should have taken Sam on his offer.
Holly shakes her head and holds up a hand and says to the girl, do you know what's behind the brass door, or the door with the brass plaque in the hallway?
I'm afraid not. Lord Henry forbade us to go into Master Victor's workshop.
So it's the workshop?
Yes, Master Victor...
That's what I mean. Behind there is the workshop, you're saying?
Yes, Master Victor's workshop is where he's been doing his experiment.
Do you travel all throughout this house?
No, I'm sort of restricted to this kitchen.
Oh dear, then I don't suppose you'd know where... You don't suppose you know where the keys to the workshop were kept, do you?
Well, Master Victor always had the master key. I know there's some extras for the trick lock, but I don't. One of them went missing a long time ago.
The trick lock, you mean the one with the brass plaque?
Yes.
Oh.
I really don't know how it would work. All I know is that Lord Henry had one key in his study, and well, the rest was dotted around the house, but one went missing.
And then Holly gestures to Jeremiah. Show me the one that Crowley gave. Show me the one that we got from our associate.
You mean this one, and he pulls out that key.
And she says, "Is that? Do you know, or would you recognize the master key? Is it that one?"
You watch as Angie jumps the second she looks at that key. How did you manage to get that?
We found it.
You found, but the key ring is different.
It was sent to us. Who knows by who? An envelope. I was going to burn it, and then, lo and behold, that was inside.
Oh, yes. You must head upstairs to the study straight away. I'm not the only ghost here.
Do you want freedom?
Well, I don't think I can be free until, well, Lord Henry goes to rest.
Oh, God. Oh, conditional.
And I suppose Lord Henry's upstairs.
May I place the
Yes.
blessing? Oh, she says, go ahead.
Yes, he should be in his study. He very rarely left that room.
May I give you the blessing of the Raven Queen?
Of course, but, well, I am sort of already blessed.
Then Holly raises her hands and steps back and says, then I presume nothing.
Wait, so you want to stay like this?
Oh, yes, as I said, I can't really move on till Lord Henry decides to.
Thank you for helping us.
I'm just gonna go back into the cupboard now, that's okay.
That's fine. You've
Don't
given
have
us
to
so
hide.
much.
She basically walks into the cupboard and goes back to her hiding place.
We should probably head upstairs.
That would be a good idea.
Let's get there now. I don't like this place. Oh. And if there's souls to free, then it's my duty to free them.
Oops.
Give me
So-
1 second.
Do we want to check
No.
upstairs first, or just head straight down?
No,
Or
that's
was it we're going?
you're heading upstairs.
We're heading
So
upstairs
you-
because
Oh,
for now we don't know. Gah!
stay still.
Never!
Stay still.
Revenge!
It's like, hey. Hey, you can't see now.
No!
You weaken to find yourself in a dark room.
You wait to find yourself in a dark room
I have
with a bunch of Darrens.
Well, maybe the question is it a dark room or is it a dark room? Because a dark room might still be illuminated with red light.
You make your way up the stairs to the second floor of the mansion.
And yes, I've done a photography course once.
Squish is gonna listen out to see if she hears anything moving or anything. That's performance. There we are. God
You-
damn it, Squish! What is wrong with you today?
You can't hear anything?
like a perception here.
I don't hear or see anything.
And I'm still downstairs.
Why did I hear
No.
enemy noises?
Nope,
You're-
you're up the stairs.
We're all
Yeah, I'm still at the
upstairs.
bottom of the stairs. No, I'm not. Oh, there I am. I fixed it.
Yep. You're on the second floor now.
All first floor.
Oh, cosplaying Beat Hazard.
Holly
You know what I
makes her way around to investigate.
Okay.
She's peering
Yes.
into the dark.
So, I assume this is a door and this is a door?
That's an entranceway, yes.
Squish is gonna
That's
go
a
look in this
hallway.
one. Come, Eddie.
Now remember, Our new friend said the study.
As
So be on the
you
lookout.
go,
Sorry, go ahead.
hang on. As you go there, you see a staircase leading up to the next floor.
Oh dear.
Sam, you
maybe
going
to the-
downstairs again?
Now it's going up.
No, I meant Samael. Who was just walking
Alright.
around here on the ground floor? That's you.
I'm
Okay, hold on.
flying.
Whee!
Hey, only Minnie can do that. Hang on. I mute Colin's computer.
I'm gonna reveal things.
No, it's okay. I'm just trying to move slowly for you.
We're splitting up the party.
Well, only for a split second. Wait, the ground floor is just to the north? Weird.
It's on different.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Okay, so there's more stairs over here.
Same over here.
Okay, 1 second.
I
There you
see.
go.
2 doors and a corridor.
Two doors in a corridor?
Yeah.
Well, over here I can see one door, two doors. I think it's a little dark over there. And what looks like, again, a hallway crossing over. Maybe.
Come on. Let's not split the party. I hear it makes certain people mad.
Samael, come over here. Let's not get separated. Wow. So Holly, is gonna try this door.
I just assume he,
door.
ran around the stairs.
Swings open
I was just being
and
silly.
reveals a very simple looking bedroom.
Holly says, we're looking for the study, but I've got a feeling. Let's look in here.
Roll investigation,
You
please.
want to check
Yeah.
if there's a teddy bear in the bed?
Oh, fancy carpet.
I want to check for something else, actually.
You look around the room, but you don't find anything of interest.
Does Holly look under the bed?
Roll me another investigation, please.
That's specifically what she was gonna look at. She got a weird vibe. It's
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, you just find dust bunnies under there.
be free, creatures. No.
you want me
No, that's
to
out of
pull
character.
back- you want me to pull back the duvet?
No. She says, she looks hurried. She looks upset, like she's trying to. Is this a door here?
Yes, a door.
Okay. And Holly goes to it and she just moves to try to open it. She's not looking even for traps or anything.
Okay. You say you're against the wall there.
Oh, sorry.
The door's on the other side.
You open the doorway to find a small room filled with various bits of items, basically just like a small stock room.
This isn't what we're looking for. We can come back and investigate later, she says.
I suspect maybe over
Oh,
here.
Squish is already in there doing it.
Squish, are you investigating?
Yeah, sure.
Meets it, beats it with that. You look through the boxes and you find 2,600 copper pieces,
Nice work, Squish.
1,000 silver pieces,
2,600
600 copper,
copper. Okay.
1,000 silver pieces, 60 gold pieces, an azurite worth 10 gold, a hematite worth 10 gold, a malachite worth 10 gold, 2 rhodochrosites worth 10 gold, a spell scroll of vicious mockery, a potion of climbing, and 4 potions of healing.
Of climbing.
There we go.
And how many potions of healing?
4.
That'll do. Just copy the whole thing for me. Excellent. Nobody knows Squish has found all this stuff.
I know. It's like the Nino all over again.
Just rummaging around in boxes.
Don't worry, I'll hold on to it all. It's all good.
Well, that's a large and ominous door. It might lead to a master study.
I know theoretically the party can look at what Squish has stashed, but only Squish knows what's in here.
That's why, like, if you notice, Holly's always like, Squish.
Yeah.
And the only thing she's given to Jeremiah was a very specific key.
Yeah, it's totally not like she's going to make him the fall guy or something.
She's good. What do you mean?
Jeremiah opens the door.
So that headset went off again.
Jeremiah opens the door, Jeremiah said.
Jeremiah
As you
opens
open
the door.
the door, step back please. As you open the door, you hear the clicking as 6 dolls dance around, for suddenly they all stop and look at you.
And
More music.
dancing caliber.
Jeremiah starts to sing in a slightly terrified voice.
Roll performance for me. They start to dance again.
That fucking worked.
Meets it
Holly-
beats it.
It's
Holly-
the music box.
Holly joins in with the singing.
Since we're working together, they only add
Yeah,
up.
they keep dancing. Just waltzing
Someone-
around with each
Someone
other.
makes certain that the music box keeps playing, or plays again. Someone makes certain that the music box plays over again.
Or we could just shut the door.
That's
Oh,
what
we-
I was thinking.
Alright.
That's what I saw. We've been searching these desperate halls, and we've come across these dancing dolls. I profess that we must be.
Samael just comes up, grabs the doors.
Close the doors. I confess that we must close the doors. That's where I was going with that.
And with that, show no remorse.
So, what are you going to do now?
We are going to move on.
After we
Door
close
here.
the door. Yeah.
And then suddenly Holly stops and has a thought. And she looks like she's just like stuck in thought for a moment. And hold on. I gotta do an intelligence check on her. She stops and says, "Everyone, does that music box look like a piano?"
Yes, that was a piano.
Yep.
Is that one of those player piano sort of things?
We do know that pianos have keys, don't we?
I don't think that's quite the same.
You think they have hidden a key in the piano?
Yes. You think that it's a bit of a stretch, especially since
Holly's
ghost-
abstract. Holly's an
the
abstract.
ghost did tell you that the key would probably be in the study.
Well, hey, Holly still had the idea.
Holly, there may be 88 keys in there, but none of them would fit a lock.
Hey,
I'm just
Holly.
saying, this person has a twisted sense of humor.
Holly. Hey.
Yes, Squish?
I found this over in the other room. And Squish is
What's
going to
that?
hand you 2 potions of healing.
Oh, these will be useful if any of us get hurt. Thank you, Squish.
I found some more, but they're in here now. Check pats her bag.
Very good work, Squish. Holly walks away, sort of looking back at the room, thinking to herself, I bet it's in there. I bet they're wrong.
Well, we can always go back if we don't find it.
That's what I'm thinking. I just wanted to say it before we walked away.
Going to try this door first.
Samael wants to try that door first.
Okay.
See what surprise awaits us behind door number 1.
The door swings open, revealing another bedroom. This one has the books, various other paraphernalia regarding education.
House teacher?
What level of education?
You can tell it was for a young child. But
Right.
as you look around further, you can tell that this child in question has grown up since then. This room hasn't been used for quite some time.
Squish is looking for picture books.
You find one about Norbert the Beholder, which is a classic of the canon of the Stalking Coast.
What was it? What the Beholder?
Norbert.
Norbert the Beholder. Okay.
Yep.
Norbert the Beholder. Probably written with a G. Because he's a gnome
Squish will take the.
and a beholder.
We'll take the book
Okay.
because she's a goblin. That is stuff.
You know what? I should probably check as well. Maybe there's a few books that Anarchy, a few stories that Anarchy doesn't know yet.
You don't find anything of particular interest on the shelf, but stashed away you find a small leather-bound tome.
How to Serve Men, a cookbook.
Now that phrase could be taken 2 separate ways.
Oh,
You can't quite find a title on the cover. Would you like to open it up and look inside?
No, I'm going to check the spine first.
Yeah, there's nothing on the outside of the book that identifies it.
Huh. Unusual. A book with no name. What do you think? Shall I open it?
Give me 1 second. Okay. I suppose go ahead. Start with the cover.
Nothing on the cover, so opening it up, undoing any clasp that might keep it locked.
No, there's no clasps on it. As you open the cover, you find the first page is blank, and once you turn it, you find a beautifully illustrated title page. Facing the illustration is the author's signature, and you see emblazoned on the title page the Granny Z Chronicle, titillating tale touring Australia.
That's...
This book, signed by its author, is worth 500 gold pieces.
Well, that would make for a nice wedding gift.
This book is sold in a blank cover because of the titillating stories therein.
Well, given that the stories I've heard of Granny Z, this might make for a very interesting read. 500 gold. 500 gold worth?
Yeah, it's worth 500 gold because it's signed.
Anything useful in there?
Just old books.
Very well, let's move on then.
I certainly did just pull that out of my ass.
That's perfect.
The tale of the lefty Angolian.
Just don't let Holly touch it.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Holly comes up beside Ardeth and says, "Did you find anything in here?"
I haven't got in yet.
Oh.
Well, I guess we'll make our way.
As you push open the door, you notice the large bookcase and desk, indicating that this is the study.
Squish is gonna have a quick look around. Oh my god, Squish!
You can't see for
You
shit.
don't notice anything unusual. Samael, roll perception, please.
Hey, look, a metal box.
The desk is desk.
Holly's gonna try. Holly's
Samael,
gonna try too.
you
Sorry, go
feel
ahead.
extremely cold.
Ugh. Boy, it's cold in here.
Holly,
Sorry,
you,
go ahead.
as you're looking at this, are you looking at the bookcase, or are you just?
That's exactly what she's doing.
You notice a lot of these books have Infernal on the covers.
Look at this. Lots of these books. They're written in Infernal. What do the titles look like?
They're generally books on the structure of the Nine Hells. A couple on Asmodeus himself.
Might bring him his own autobiography, but have him sign it. Would probably sell for a pretty penny.
Gods usually want people to spread their word, not to bring it back to them. Holly's like going through the books. She's pulling on the books to like look at each one, like going down the line, like just looking. She's looking for anything that seems out of the ordinary with regard to like one book in particular that looks different from the others, or anything that seems amiss about the bookshelf.
I would like everyone to roll me a perception check, please.
A copy of the Rise and Fall of the House of Usher.
There you go, Squish.
Squish. 1 second, just going to check this.
Only you see the thing that will kill everyone.
Yeah. Squish and Jeremiah, you can hear whispering coming from the desk.
Sam, you might want to step back.
Holly like does exactly what Squish says. Like, thinking, I would assume Squish is gesturing toward the desk when she says that.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Holly,
Okay.
I would like you to roll me another perception, please.
I hear something.
Gracious.
Squish is gonna try and get a closer look.
Ooh. You know what? I'll let you. I'll let you have. 1 second. Holly, you know this whispering is in Infernal.
Is that? Yes, that's Infernal. And in Infernal, she says back, "Is someone there?
What?
I am Holly Featherlight, servant of the Raven Queen." She says all this in Infernal. She looks to the others like, "I've got this. I'm Holly Featherlight,
As-
servant of the Raven Queen."
1 second, I just need to
Oh no,
find
Holly's choking.
token. As yeah, I can't find a token. As you speak, a figure appears at the desk. A rather well-dressed gentleman. He turns to look at you. You speak the language.
Of course. And she gestures to herself.
Yes, of his divine bloodline.
Exactly.
Good. You can help me.
That's why I'm here.
I am Henry Crowley.
Holly moves to step closer very slowly and like putting her hands up. And moves to get in front of Samael, and then moves to get up like close. And says, "I bring you the Raven Queen's blessing. How can I help you in Infernal?" Hello?
Say.
Sorry, I lost you.
Sorry, 1 2 1 2. Lord Asmodeus sent you to save us.
She stops and she says, "Yes, Lord Asmodeus sent us."
He points towards the safe. The name. I am the seventh son of a seventh
Heaven's
son.
son. Let me do. That wasn't in character, unless.
You.
Yeah, can that have been in character that she says it along with him then?
Yep.
Okay, go for it.
With that, I would say, you know that most people aren't trustful of seventh sons due to the fact that they possess unique magical powers.
Yes, that's what I figured. So she could say that along with him then in character and have that knowledge that he was going to say.
The safe. The key is in the safe. 7 along. I cannot tell you the combination. 7 along.
7 along. Now Holly's better than at math than me. Can she do an interpretation of that, like insight or something?
You can try.
Yes.
Insight. He's giving you a hint
Yeah.
to guess the combination.
Yeah, but she doesn't get anything more from that because she's smarter about numbers than I am.
Crowley. 7 along.
Crowley
3 plus what number is R in the alphabet?
7 along.
Holly's like thinking.
This
Holly.
laboratory.
And she says, Holly says, and the key is inside.
Yes. The safe. Crowley 7 along. My son's laboratory. Him 7 along.
Holly's thinking and just like really focused, and she says, I'm afraid I don't understand, she says to the ghost.
Crowley has 7 letters. As Jeremiah literally goes finger by finger, Crowley.
That is all I can tell you.
You've done much. Do you wish to rest?
Please. You must not judge Victor harshly. He is a good man.
We're mortals. We don't get to judge things like that.
It is his brother who is the problem. I curse that boy's name.
Holly goes over and investigates, like nods to the figure and moves over to investigate the safe.
As you move, he vanishes, and you find yourself, as you look at the safe, confronted with this panel. You
Do I?
recognize that these are the infernal language, A through to Z. And in the corner, in each corner, is the symbol of Asmodeus.
Well, no wonder he wants to give us help here. He already knows the answer. When we need that key. 7 along. Crowley, 7 along.
Could you spell Crowley on that?
I could. But what would 7 along mean?
Crowley
None
is
of the rows
7
have
letters
7 on
long.
them.
What?
None of the rows have 7 on them.
I see that.
But the
That's what
name
I'm saying. What does
but the-
7 along mean?
The name Crowley is 7 letters long.
Well, I understand that.
So you go 7 letters along.
Oh, lengthwise. Could you spell out Crowley, Crowley in Infernal?
You could.
Yeah, okay. So she's going to try pressing. She doesn't even ask the others. She just starts pressing the buttons.
I was not
See?
trapped because Squish is right in
As
front of
you
this thing.
press the C, it begins to glow softly.
Whew. Yeah, I hope it's not trapped too. But Holly is like having like mental problems right now.
So you're going to enter Crowley as the combination.
Yes, Crowley.
You enter the name Crowley, and nothing happens.
Well, that was wrong. And then after she enters Crowley, she presses the 4 Asmodeus buttons.
Nothing happens.
Oh, okay. She steps back and
Maybe.
says,
If you spell it, but you go 7 letters past the one you want.
But what about the W?
Start back
"Yeah,
at the
let's not
top.
Go back to the beginning," she says. And Holly does that.
Okay, so
She's doing it a little hurriedly, and she's clearly having some mental distress.
So you give me just 1 second so I can work out myself, because I don't actually have the answer written down.
It's like me and under the bridge. I legit had the puzzle there, and then I lost it.
So you want to rote 10 of Crowley.
Basically, the way Squish worked it out is she took 7 along a little bit literally. So if you're going to hit C, you count 7 letters on, and then push that button, and the same for the others.
Holly has no idea what that 7 along part means, so she's like suffering right now.
This is Squish being
No,
just
I don't want to
Squish.
code it this way. I want to code it this way.
It would be delightful, by the way, if Squish came up with the answer that Holly couldn't figure out. That would be delightful.
Be hilarious. Considering all Squish sees is pretty squiggles. This could be uncommon, and Squish would
It
only
would,
see
it would go
squiggles.
JYVDSLF.
Okay.
My name is in the middle. That must be it.
Only the letter D, unfortunately.
Holly decides to press J Z V D R L F. Is that correct?
JYVD S as in Sierra, L as in Lima, F as in Foxtrot.
Yeah, basically once you press in the combination, the safe opens.
This sounds like totally it's not the
I think-
original code.
I honestly think that I'm going to speak for everyone in the party. We all very slowly turn towards Squish. Am I correct in thinking that I can speak for the party there? That we all very slowly look at Squish.
Dumbest suggestion I can think of that would be in character for Squish.
Squish, you have a great future of a locksmith.
Squish? Squish? You have brought us the answer to the riddle. I think we should all take a moment to praise Squish. Good job, Squish.
Oh, Jesus, I'm crying. Oh. I can't believe that worked.
I think I've broken Jurnis.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much. As soon as we have the key, we better stop because otherwise Jurnis is going to die from laughter.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm
Now,
okay.
now, what is inside the Squish box?
What's inside?
You find inside, and I'm going to put this because you've earned this. You find a scroll. You find amongst various deeds and similar things related to the family. You find a box containing 2,400 copper pieces, 1,200 silver pieces, 100 gold pieces, a feathered short sword scabbard worth 25 gold, rabbit fur braces worth 25 gold, an iron mace worth 25 gold, a cloak of protection, a necklace of adaptation, and a wand of web.
Sorry,
And-
could you paste that because I couldn't.
Yeah. And
Are the tears rolling down your eyes, making
There literally is. My sights are.
and
Key.
the fourth key.
Okay. Alright, I'm here.
Wow.
I can't
That's a
believe
lot
it.
of awesome stuff.
That was literally me thinking of the dumbest possible suggestion that Squish could make.
I will admit I didn't plan to put that much good stuff in that safe, but you bloody earned it.
You weren't expecting us to solve it, were you?
I was expecting you to solve it. I just wasn't expecting Squish to solve it.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So, who has the lowest AC out of all of us?
Holly's AC is 18.
Squish is 15.
14.
How about Ardeth?
Ardeth's is 13.
Oh man.
Then perhaps either Ardeth or Jeremiah should take the cloak.
What about Samael?
Oh yeah, what about Samael?
Sammy.
Or Squish's best friend Midnight?
Midnight has an armor class of 17.
Okay.
Sammy.
I see.
I see. Sammy. Don't make me start doing them hyena whoops.
What's a
The
necklace of
Haraga.
adaption?
Well, we can work that out later.
Yeah.
She says, again, Squish, you are the great mind among us.
Squish just looks like really shocked. It's just like, wow, I did that. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Totally knew what I was doing the whole time.
As you're celebrating, you can hear the whisper of Lord Henry behind you again. Wait.
And Holly gets up and turns.
The library. Upstairs. You may
What about it?
find... In there you will find... a fifth key.
A fifth key?
My son Victor insisted upon fitting a fifth lock.
Well, everyone, let's collect the fifth key. Maybe there'll be more puzzles for Squish to solve.
My sides hurt.
And then she looks back at the spirit and says, She says, thank you. Thank you for this boon.
The spirit slowly fades away.
And then she, Holly, with a strange expression on her face, gives a nod to Squish, and then says, and moves past and says, "Let's go." And then she races to the stairs, those other stairs.
Second. I need to reveal the area first before I put you there.
Yes. Good Lord, Squish.
I can't do this. Oh,
I
no.
literally spent the last 2 days thinking of how to do this mansion
Oh.
after sorting the map out.
It could be worse. You could have chosen a word puzzle that's worse than just 7.
No,
Wow.
I'm good with words, just not numbers.
It's just, this is a suggestion that Squish made when she can't read and barely counts.
There we go.
Are we all upstairs?
Yep, you're all upstairs.
I was
What?
just going to check. We're standing at a hallway with doors all alike.
A maze of twisty little passages.
Yeah. Want me to check one of this? Which door do we want to check? This one. This one.
We
or
might
do
as well
start at-
We might as well start at this one. She points.
All right. Jeremiah opens that door carefully.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
Oh, don't tell me it's more dolls.
That's been just 1 minute.
Do we have to bear with you?
Yes, you do. The door slowly creaks open, and you see
Oh,
two
great.
more of the giant bears. But they've not noticed you yet.
Closing the door. Not the library. 2 bears. As long
Holly
as they're,
Sorry, go ahead.
as long as they're not coming after us, we should be okay.
Holly shakes her head, and she says, "We have to free them." We have to free them.
Do we have to free the hearts from the dolls downstairs as well?
Yes.
Do we have
And
to
I
free
thought,
them?
I thought, I thought Samael did that. I thought Samael squished him.
No, I mean 1 floor down, the dancing dolls.
She says, "Yes, at some point."
Do we have to save these bears now?
Not now,
Good.
but before we leave.
With that, he carefully closes the door.
Okay.
Maybe if we
And,
kill the bad
and
guy,
opens the other door.
it'll do it to all of them.
Holly nods and says, "That's what I'm hoping."
I'm sorry, I'm not getting you.
Okay. Could you roll me another stealth check, please?
Sooner or later, I'm going to fuck up. Is it sooner or is it later?
Ooh. You open the door, and as soon as you do, you see 2 dolls on the bed. But they haven't noticed you.
Oh my.
Door closed. 2 dolls.
Sorry. Let's be very careful. What was in there, Jeremiah?
2 dolls on a bed.
She looks over at Squish and says, "I hope you're right about what you said, Squish. But you've been right so far."
Yeah, I have, haven't I? Wow.
Yes. And Holly moves to open this door, to open the door, this one up above.
Okay. You open the door carefully.
Of course. You don't have to roll
me a
stealth.
stealth check, please.
Yes. Holly needs to roll stealth. She's so great at stealth.
Well,
As you open the door, you notice a figure sat on this bed.
Oh, hi, Samara.
Yeah. This, Holly walks in.
Oh. Good afternoon.
I am Holly Featherlight, servant of the Raven Queen.
I am Lady Caroline Crowley.
We've come in search of Elizabeth.
Oh yes, that dear sweet girl. You will excuse my remains.
Of course.
She indicates behind her, in the bed, are the corpses of herself and Lord Henry.
Holly nods and says, "Do you also seek freedom?"
Yes, I fear that our souls are bound to this house so long as two Crowleys compete for the title.
We've heard.
The title,
Sorry, go ahead.
the title rightly belongs to my son Victor.
Holly nods and says, "That's been my understanding from what we've been told so far. I've been sent, I'm sure of it. I've been sent by the Raven Queen to free you all."
You see, my husband and I tried for many years to conceive a child. And Lord Asmodeus blessed us with twins.
But there was a price.
Oh no, Lord Asmodeus has long taken care of my husband's family.
See, he's not worst.
Unfortunately, my youngest, Elzevir, he took his father's work somewhat disturbingly.
We
We've
noticed.
seen the dolls, the monster, the creatures,
Yes,
powered by trapped souls.
yes, my husband, he wished to create perfect golems.
We'll free them too. Rest assured.
Oh no, he never managed it. It was my eldest son Victor who took up his work in that regard.
I mean, the victims that we found. We'll free them all.
Oh yes, and I did his lab the creature harshly.
Holly nods soberly and says, "We're looking for the fifth key. In the library?"
Yes, my son is quite the gifted wizard. He told his father that
Sorry, go ahead.
he told his father that the fifth key was material, but it is the title of his favorite book.
What's the title?
I cannot say.
Oh. You
My
cannot
son-
say, or are you unable to speak it, or don't know?
I cannot speak it for fear that it will allow my other son control over the creature my dear Victor created.
Can you tell us what it's about?
It is a book on magic. It is all I know.
Understood.
And
Which room? Sorry, go ahead.
No, carry on.
She said, "Which room is the library?"
You watch as Caroline's ghost lifts her arm and extends a finger, pointing across the hall.
I'm not a library.
In this direction?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
In
Thank you.
there, you will find many books, which should be of use to...
Sorry, you cut out there, Seph.
Inside, you will find many books which be of use.
But she says almost to herself, but she says, "But how do we know which one is the right one?"
You will find hidden within the pages a golden tag which my son used often to keep his place in his book.
Understood.
And with that, I think we'll end there for this week.
That worked.
Okay.
So,
All hail Squish! All hail Squish! All hail Squish!
yeah, that's going to be play of the game. That's play of the game. So, fumble of the game.
Holly, like being like, I just don't know. It's the alphabet. It's the alphabet of the language only I speak out of the group, and I just don't know the answer. But that's the goblin.
Any thoughts, theories, etc.?
Oh, Holly's got thoughts and theories about herself right now.
I have a theory that you specifically designed this place to freak me out.
Not really. I designed it to freak all of you out.
It works.
Well, to be fair, the player's not freaked out. The character might be a little tense.
Oh, Holly as a character is upset.
Oh no, the player is unhappy.
I
Oh,
honestly
what?
didn't know
Huh?
you know you had that phobia, Jurnis, so...
I have atomophobia. I don't
Oh,
like...
no.
I did not know that when I came up with it.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. If you had a realistic depiction of them, I would not be happy at all.
Oh,
I
dear.
hate mannequins and dolls
Oh dear.
in real life
not-
and in games. I hate them.
You're
Like-
not going to like next week, then.
Like, you know that SCP that's the mannequin that gets behind you and startles?
Yep.
That's one of the things that absolutely terrifies me every time someone plays that game and that fucking
Oh,
thing shows up.
173?
Yeah. No, not the one that snaps your neck. It's like
Alright,
a
alright.
black mannequin with no hands,
Oh, yeah.
and it just shows up behind you.
I know a game you wouldn't like.
What's the game called?
No, SCP. Hang on.
The CP
Start
containment.
Startly mannequin. Yeah.
And,
Anyway,
yeah, I know a
SCP-650.
Nice.
And I know a game that Jurnis
Oh,
will never
God!
want to play. It's called Sweet 776.
What's that?
Well, you're trying to deal with your mother's death, but she had a particularly interesting hobby.
Oh God.
She was an architect, but she developed a fairly interesting hobby in that she collected mannequins.
You know, I can actually pinpoint where I got this fear from in my past too.
Oh, really?
There used to be this porcelain-faced doll of a clown that used to hang from a little swing from the ceiling of my room.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember now, yeah.
yeah.
That
And
was coulrophobia you had, not
no,
the
not
fingerphobia.
clowns. I'm fine with clowns. It's porcelain-faced, realistic dolls and mannequins.
Yeah.
Freak me out.
Ow.
I hate them.
Sorry.
I will try my best never to turn my back to a mannequin or a doll.
That's going to be fairly interesting.
I know you all gonna use this on me.
No,
All I can say is I apologise in advance for next week.
Well, you could make them all ragdolls.
As long as you don't have a realistic image, a cartoon image is fine. I'll be fine. Like, I'll tell Dee the story of the clown off stream.
Oh. And then also I want to say, I think we can all agree to this. We promise we will never, ever use that to freak you out at any time.
I appreciate that.
No, definitely not.
And that's why I told you that game might not be for you.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Hey. Do you know I actually found out the name of that phobia because Markiplier has it as well?
Yeah, no, I don't remember that, yeah.
Anyway,
And of course, he played he played a friggin' game with friggin' mannequins.
it's because his reaction, his genuine reaction when he's terrified of these things is hilarious and makes for good content in his channel. And he knows it. He hates himself for it, but it works. But anyway, when it comes to theories, these people are tied to Asmodeus.
Yep.
They are heavily
Is it-
tied to Asmodeus.
Is it that obvious?
It is very obvious.
It's not like
I'm
it's not
thinking-
like they're his personal servants or anything.
I am thinking the eldest son, the toy maker, wants the power that the family has and has gone to another devil, aside from Asmodeus, to get power, which is why Asmodeus is gently trying to get us to help the Crowleys.
Well, it's
And
not
to bring back the head of the toy maker.
Yeah, that's my theory, is that the eldest one is fucking up everything for him.
No, the younger one is the one who's fucking it up for Victor. Victor's the rightful heir.
Oh, right, sorry, I got that mixed up.
And he's the one who had his head screwed on the right way, or so it seemed.
Yeah, well. The crazy toy maker is the one who's probably done deals with another devil to try and fuck up Asmodeus's favourite pets.
Screw up his holiday, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I was going on holiday and now someone else is pissing in my cereal.
I love that expression.
So,
So,
wonder what happened
go
to
down
make that come about. But anyway, go on.
going down the list, it's good night from Cork,
Good night.
good night from Icy,
Good night, everyone.
good night from Jurnis,
Good night.
good night from D,
Wash your hands.
and good night from me. Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
And Icy, who doesn't appear to be around.
Oh,
Oh, there he is.
I'm here.
No, you say.
Did you say bye-bye? I was distracted by a cat. Oh well. So then, goodbye everybody.
Goodbye.